Alright, you should be seeing this video right after the Zenfone AR video. And if you aren't, then what I'm about to say isn't gonna make sense. Anyway, this is the phone that you saw on my bedside table that you could barely make out because the quality of that 3D scan was really bad. This is a Samsung Galaxy A9, and it is absolutely beautiful. Look at that. And I usually hate on the A series, but this is one of the good A series phones. And yes, good A series phones exist. In the United States, we didn't get A series, I believe, up until the Galaxy A10 and A20. And other countries, instead we got the J series, which is just like the A series in America. It's cheap plastic, it's outdated in a year, they're useless, they're basically manufactured e-waste, they suck, don't buy them. However, in other countries, they got these. And they still got the J series. And the J series in other countries was also more premium and made out of metal. So this specific phone was sold, this specific unit was sold in the United Arab Emirates. I hope I'm saying that right. These are rare. I only know of one seller that is selling them. You will not easily find one on eBay. It is an uncommon, if not rare, phone. And it sucks, because look at how beautiful that is. This color is fucking stunning. I have another A-series device that I'm either going to review right after this or right after another device. But the bottom, I don't know what the fuck I was saying. But this one is in really good condition. This cost, I think, $140. Has a bit of charging port wear. The cameras, I think this phone is from 2019. I could be very wrong about that. I know when I save pictures it says they're from 2019. Oh, I forgot I had developer shit enabled because this phone is fully unlocked. I am going to pause the video real quick and look up the model number. Literally 2 seconds of research brought up that this is a Samsung Galaxy A9 2018. Which would make it right around the era of the Galaxy Note 8, Galaxy S8, Galaxy S8 Plus. 2018 may have been the S9. I do have an S9. This one is for parts. I'm gonna go through this and see if this has TSP hover in the diagnostics real quick. It doesn't. I guess I can test the touch out real quick. Just to make sure that I didn't receive a faulty unit. Yeah, the touch works fine. The screen on this is an OLED, which means that if you crack this and break your screen, you're gonna spend an arm and a leg fixing it. I actually believe screens may cost as much as I paid for this phone. The camera system's definitely interesting. It has 4 cameras. Now, I'm not sure how many of those 4 cameras actually serve a point and how many of them are just useless, but ooh, it has a wide-angle camera, but it's not a good wide-angle camera. It, like, fisheyes everything. Now, let's see how far it zooms in. 8 times zoom. Okay. Oh, that's the front-facing camera. I've gotten an Instagram. Nope, that's Reddit. That's my iPhone XS, which is my main phone, or XS Max. I can't use small iPhones anymore. But it is definitely an interesting phone. There's not really much I have to say about it. But just to compare this to a mid-ranger, because once you've seen one mid-ranger, it doesn't matter if it's a Galaxy A series or a Motorola Stylus or whatever, they all are pretty much the same in terms of build quality. You have a glass screen, an enormous chin on the bottom, either a hole punch or a teardrop camera, and the rest of the phone's build is plastic. I'm gonna get a plastic A-series phone and a mid-ranger, or an American A-series phone. Regardless, the plastic A-series phone should not be confused with the American one. The plastic one is not from the United States. It's from, I believe, Mexico, and The American A series is it's either going to be an American A series or an American mid-ranger because they're all the same, honestly. Alright, I have just gotten the American A series and the plastic A series, not to be confused with the American A series, and I got another phone on top of that, which I will look at first. So, remember when we were talking about A series in other countries? This A series is sold in Asia. This is a J5 Prime. That back is metal. The top and bottom are plastic, and sure, it is still a cheap phone, but at least it's metal. This was $3. It doesn't do anything. I only kept it because they're uncommon. This one's a Duos model too, so it has 2 SIM card slots, and this has dual SIM too. The plastic A series, this one is Google locked. I got it out of the mom's bin. Look at that screen. You can see it works, but it's Google locked. This screen, I'm surprised, works because this is a hard OLED, and you wouldn't be surprised how many of those break. But you can see, it is similar. Chin, teardrop notch, except this feels better than most A-series phones. This plastic doesn't feel as cheap. And the design isn't as bad. This is not an American A-series. This is an A-series sold in America. This is sold in other countries too, and I understand that A-series devices come at many, many different price points, but I think the true equivalent to the metal and glass A-series phones that used to be sold in other countries and weren't sold in America are the Fan Edition devices. The S20 Fan Edition, the S21 Fan Edition, the S23 Fan Edition. I think, as long as those are metal and glass, that is their true counterpart. And I would get more premium A-series, but I literally do not keep A-series devices on hand. I haven't even... Half my fucking desk storage just fell. I don't even keep these. I'll usually test them, and then if they work, oh, that's turning on. If they work, I'll smash them, and then recycle them. And if they don't work, I'll smash them and recycle them, because they're not worth selling. Nobody is going to buy them off of me. And this one I already started smashing by fucking up the screen protector. I have never turned this phone on. I don't know what's going to be on it, and for that reason, I'm not going to actually show it turning on in case there's fucking, I don't know, porn as the wallpaper, which you cannot show on YouTube. Anyway, my point is that A-series devices have gotten a lot worse, and the problem with this is that a lot of people want to switch from an iPhone to an Android. And I'm not going to diss Android. If you get a good quality Android phone, you can have a good quality Android experience. Okay, so this has nothing on it. I'll try to guess the pin real quick. Nope. No. Okay, I'll smash this and throw it away. Don't worry, it'll go back into an e-waste bin. Anyway... Yes, Android is actually good, if you have a good Android phone. So, when people buy the cheap A-series devices from Target or Walmart or other mid-rangers to get a taste of Android, they get a very dumbed-down, slow version of Android with bad camera quality. And that's the problem with these. Samsung can afford to make something like this again that feels premium. It is premium. It has a good screen. I mean, this screen is really nice. It's really bright. It's really crisp. It's still fast. A few years later, you could still use this phone. The camera system is decent. But, no. Instead, they pump out cheap garbage like the A12, the A03S, I don't know. They have so many goddamn different models of the A-series, you can't tell them apart. And I understand that the J-series isn't any less confusing. Like A7 2016, or that's a phone we're going to be looking at, but this is the A12 or the A9 2018, which would mean that they had an A9 before this. And if they didn't, why would they call it the 2018 model? So it's confusing, but at least it's not like having a bunch of different phones. I mean, I'm going to go ahead and say it. Every single A-series phone Samsung makes as of right now is the same phone. The screen might be different sized, it might be a little bit different quality, and you might get a little bit of a better chip. But that's not saying much. They're all the same phone. I have a friend that made a great video on a $40 Motorola mid-ranger, and if he wants me to link it in my description, I will. And he explained in that video too that these are the phones that give Android a bad reputation, and that the phone isn't really going to be good after a year. So if he wants me to, I will go ahead and link that video in my description, and you guys can check it out. And he'll basically talk about in that video, he'll review a $40 Motorola that he purchased new for $40. And that might almost fell out of my chair. That might tell you guys a little bit more about Android mid-rangers. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Please like and subscribe. And I will see you guys later.